Welcome! And today we'll dive into a couple of great entitled parent stories and their reactions. Coming up we have My pregnant sister is becoming an entitled parent. Plus we have Entitled Dad keeps insisting I am a girl when I am a boy. And finally, Entitled Stepmom gets mad at me for having my period. Then calls me a slut in front of my dad when I get birth control. I just know you're gonna love these stories, so this should be a fun session. Hi, this is Derek. I just put the Drama Llama, Fred, back in his pen so that I can do this quick video for you with some of the stuff that Fred found on Reddit earlier today. If this is your first time watching our videos, help me out by watching to the end, and then giving me some feedback in the comment area below. I do respond to every single one, so don't be shy. And if you want more of these videos daily, don't forget to like and subscribe, with notifications turned on for this channel. Oh boy, let's get ready for some stories. Miss Fleming posted, My pregnant sister is becoming an entitled parent. So my sister is pregnant, and because I knit, she has asked me to make baby blankets and the like. I agreed to do so as a gift to her and the baby. I'm not charging her for my time or any of the materials I have used. I'm not making anything other than the blanket, as I often cook for her and her boyfriend. And will be looking after the baby for free. The entitlement started when she messaged me to ask if I would do a photo shoot for her, as I did photography as a GCSE and own a camera. I asked if I would get paid, as I would have to travel to her and use my time to do the photo shoot and then edit the images. And she said no. I would get food or drink, as she wasn't going to pay the photographer who she was planning on hiring. I told her no, and she said that as her sibling I should do it. She said I should do it even though we don't live in the same city, and that she would pay for a taxi. I told her that paying for a taxi is not the same as paying me. She said she would ask my twin, and I told to do that then, if enough people want it. I have screenshots of the conversation. I keep getting comments saying that it's not entitled, and that that's what families are for. Me and my sister are not close. We never have been, and she is often extremely rude to me. My gift to her is the blanket, which I am knitting for her. We have several other sisters who aren't getting or making anything for her. So I think it's unfair to say that families should do stuff like this. I'm also a full-time college student with a part-time job for the people saying that she's not asking too much. I'm 17 and I usually get the bus everywhere. And from my city to hers takes 3 hours when there's little to no traffic. I don't run a photography business. And I was only planning on charging her £30 to £40 for the whole thing. No, I don't have to go into college, but I still have online lessons almost every day. And I have a lot of coursework. Screenshots are posted on my profile if you are interested. What are your thoughts on this fabulous story? Please share in the comments below. Now here's how some Reddit members reacted to this story. Nightcore Sylveon reacted with, People who say family is family clearly didn't live in a toxic household or with toxic people. I hope this comment could help you all relate to others and feel just that little bit better. Usually, they are the family toxic people. Becca092115 reacted with, I feel the blanket and free childcare is enough. They already got away once with asking for something for free. Plus, like Op said at the time, they would have to leave the city to do the work for free during a pandemic. Family is definitely important, but unless you offer to do the service, you shouldn't expect free service just by blood alone. That's like going to a restaurant where a family member is the chef and demanding the food be free because you know them. If anything, maybe Op could compromise by giving a discount at most. But the sister shouldn't demand free photography. What a bunch of great reactions. Now on to the next story posted by WolfishMule9528, who posted, Entitled Dad keeps insisting I am a girl when I am a boy. Just found this subreddit and instantly remembered this story, because it happened very recently. Little backstory, I have a high voice for my age and my hair is kind of long for a boy. I was 13 when this happened. So I went to the grocery store with my mom to get stuff, and we split up to get everything. I went to my aisle and was singing One Winged Angel quietly, like the nerd I am. This man walks up to me, the entitled dad about 40 years old, and goes, I didn't know girls know that song. I am socially awkward, but I had to speak up about this, so I did. I take off my hood and go, I am not a girl. It's fine, I get this a lot. The entitled dad goes, no, you're a girl, you have the hair and voice. I know what gender I am. Please leave me alone, this isn't very comfortable for me. I state it. He gets really mad and yells, you are a girl. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. I get very scared because I don't like talking to strangers in general. And a stranger yelling at me terrified the life out of me. So I start to walk away without the items I needed. He follows me, I begin to get very scared and just freeze in fear. He walks up to me and goes, you dummy shouldn't be thinking about these fantasies. You are a girl, accept it. Luckily, a store employee noticed this. And she was good friends with my mother and helped me out. She told him, sir, you are going to have to leave. He goes, not until this person realizes she is a girl. My mom walked around the corner and saw this. She was not having this. She walked up to him. He is a boy. You need to stop this, this is technically harassment. She didn't know what he did earlier. But she then looked down at my face and saw how scared I was. Her friend went, sir, if you don't leave right now I will call security. He left quickly after that. I told my mom what happened, and she was very mad about what he did. I haven't seen the man since, and I am happy. I can't remember the last time I was that scared. What are your thoughts on this fabulous story? Please share in the comments below. Now here's how some Reddit members reacted to this story. ArrowNick1065 reacted with, I've, at the time 14 female, had someone say, multiple times, she's a boy about me. It's weird and confusing. At the time I liked to wear combat shorts and t-shirt. But nothing like the harassment you were getting from a grown adult. My brother once fell with his bike and broke his arm. He was like 10 and had long hair. Because he wanted to have the same hair as me, his older brother. So now this old lady helped him and called my mom saying your girl fell. I think she broke her arm. Nothing evil about it and it's funny. And who can blame her, to be honest? In that age it's kinda hard to see the gender, especially for old people, I think. The person in Op's story though is just a dummy. Miriam V05 reacted with, I didn't know girls know that song. What? What does gender have to do with knowing songs? So now even music is for specific genders. Darn, but what a bunch of great reactions. Now on to the next story posted by Adventurous Al 9823. Who posted? Entitled Stepmom gets mad at me for having my period. Then calls me a slut in front of my dad when I get birth control. Bit of backstory, my periods were insanely painful. I've been hospitalized because of them. On to the story, D equals dad, M equals biomom, SM equals entitled stepmom, G equals grandma. So when I was around 15, my entitled stepmom and dad were going to a barbecue for my entitled stepmom's brother. I don't remember the occasion, but it wasn't for anything big. They asked me to come along and I told them I didn't feel that great, so I was gonna stay home. They left and about 2 hours later I fell to the floor in complete pain. They were still out and my dogs found me on the floor. My pit bull stayed next to me while my boxer ran around for someone. Yes, this is important. I texted my dad telling him he needed to come home, but he didn't answer. So I texted my grandma. Hey grandma, I think I started my period, do you have any painkillers? Grandma, of course I do. I'm out shopping right now, but I'll drop them off once I'm done here. Okay, thank you. About 5 minutes later I get a call from entitled stepmom. The conversations goes as followed. Entitled stepmom, why did you text your dad that? Because I'm laying in the floor in pain and can't get up. Entitled stepmom, why can't you get up? I'm on my period and this pain wouldn't stop unless I stay curled up in a ball like this. Entitled stepmom, fine, we are coming home. But don't ever text your dad with that again. Then she hung up. I waited about 15 minutes for them to arrive home. My boxer ran over to them and showed them where I was. My dad picked me up and carried me to my room. My entitled stepmom gets some painkillers, a heating pad, and then tells me to sleep. She was mad the rest of the day and wouldn't even look at me. The next day we meet my biomom and my dad tells her everything that happened. My biomom and I decided to start looking into birth control. We found out I can't have the pill due to the fact I have epilepsy. So we heard about how an implant was still in testing and how it wouldn't have an effect. So we went with that one. I told my dad and entitled stepmom that I got birth control to help, and my dad was happy. Then my entitled stepmom says, "Well, I hope you know that means you can't go around sleeping with everyone." I sat there in shock that she said something like that in front of my dad. I'm demisexual, which means I don't have sexual attractions towards people I have no emotional bond with. So random stranger hookups were out the window. Around dinner time I still couldn't stop thinking about what she said. My dad knew that something was troubling me and said she didn't mean it, you know. That's not how it meant to come out. I believed my dad, of course. Mistake number one. When dinner was finally served, she kept giving me dirty looks and looked at the food like I gave her a severed human head to eat. Entitled stepmom, did Op help make any of this? Dad, everything except the vegetables that you made. My dad wanted me to grow up to be the cook in my family. My stepmom then proceeds to only eating the vegetables. Like I'm going to give her some sort of disease because I got birth control. I ate about half my food and then cleaned up. My dad apologized for her, but I didn't believe it. I was there and did go through this. Who on earth would lie about being verbally abused by a family member? What are your thoughts on this fabulous story? Please share in the comments below. Now here's how some Reddit members reacted to this story. Phoenix Flame 3009 reacted with, "Wow, that comment she made was just unnecessarily rude and disrespectful. I can't believe your dad didn't reprimand her the moment she said it, because that's not okay. And then to say she didn't mean it. Ah no. She knew full well what she was saying. If she didn't, she would have been the one to apologize, not your dad." Chaotic Corgi 24601 reacted with, "Yeah, this actually sounds scarily like my SM. My grandpa died last year suddenly of cancer, and she told me I couldn't possibly be that sad. Because she's lost too many people to count, so I need to get over it. She called me a effing liar a few times out of the blue. My dad also tells me she doesn't mean it, but at a certain point, she clearly does, and I'm done with taking that poop. My psychiatrist says she's emotionally abusive. I just feel like I'm an adult, and I need to be respected as one. She never apologizes either, so I've just distanced myself as I can. I'm sorry you deal with this, Op." And finally, Christina reacted with, "I'm so sorry you're going through this. You don't deserve that kind of ire from anyone, much less a family member. We as women have had to put up with this crap from time immemorial. It's time we made a stand and took over control of our own bodies. You are perfectly entitled to control your pain by taking birth control. At least your dad was or is supportive. Don't give your stepmom the time of day. Eventually she will get over it." Well, there you have it. A perfectly great set of reactions from a bunch of upstanding citizens. Help support this channel by smashing the like and subscribe buttons. And hit that silly little bell as well to ensure you get the latest videos as they come out. Fred is always finding stuff for me to post regularly. So this is Derek signing off. Thanks for watching. Good grief, it sounds like Fred is out of his pen again. He must have found more stories for me to share with you. See you soon.